What was her friendship like with Malcolm X? Did you discover something more as you did more research, as you were putting your children's book together? Because we just might hear it, but
Yeah.
I don't think people really understand the dynamic of their friendship. And what did you take away from that?
Yeah, I was so interesting to read about because I do feel like it gets kind of like mythologized in a way. And I was like trying to figure out like, okay, what exactly was this relationship? But what I came to understand is that it completely radicalized her. Like she was already working as an activist.
Right.
But like getting to know him really changed the way she thought. And I don't know if that some people have posited that their relationship also might have like changed some of his thinking about certain things. So they met because she deeply admired him. And I think I think she had been arrested for an action and they were at a courtroom together. And she just went up to him and said, you know, I admire you so much. Thank you for what you're doing for your people. And I think it began this, I think it, like in many instances, seems like he was very surprised by her presence there, you know, as this Asian American woman, and probably the only Asian American woman like amongst that group of people. But they ended up having this like correspondence and friendship. He visited her apartment on 126th Street. When he visited, this is something I didn't know. He spoke to the assembled like neighbors and people who had come to hear him speak. He spoke to them about the upcoming Vietnam War. And he spoke to them about about the interconnectedness of oppressed Asian people and Black people. So I didn't know that that was the context for which they had their first like, or perhaps, one of their only like in-person meetings. I believe that he was there to meet victims of the Hiroshima bombings. Mm-hmm. So what I've come to understand is more about how their interactions with each other were really based in this like coalition. Mm-hmm. But I think she had began as this, you know, very integrationist person, perhaps nonviolent. Nonviolence was like important to her understanding of how to protest or how to be in movements. And I mean, as soon as she became a student of Malcolm, that changed. It really revolutionized their relationship, and particularly his assassination, which she was present for. So,
and she's there. And, you know, a lot of times people don't realize, like in, you know, a very important photo, she's right there next to him. Yeah. That is Yuri.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like such, it's a moment that a lot of people like remember her for, but in the like photo of it, it's, you know, she's not named, but that moment I think speaks to their relationship very much. I remember from one of Yuri's memorials was that one of Malcolm X's daughters was giving her eulogy and talking about the assassination. I remember her saying when that happened, when he was shot, everyone ran for the door and Yuri ran to the stage. Mm. And so I think that also like is like really indicative of the person that she was. Right. But she loved him. I mean, she admired him so much. And I think that like his murder really like changed the course of her life and her work as an activist.